Hi, Gary here from MrG Shave, back for another Saturday head and face shave. I'm a bit late starting today, so it might be a bit late going up, but who knows, we'll see. It's about 12:30. I'd have started at I usually start around 11, 12, so it may be a bit late, so apologies for that. This is shave number 200 on YouTube, that is, in terms of DEs and SEs, and today is an SE, but let's just go with, I forgot to choose my bowl, so I'm just going to go with another Lifeventure. This Lifeventure, this is the one that's been used most of all. This Ellipse bowl is about £2, £3 on Amazon in the UK. I love this bowl, and it's just easy. I just reach for it, it's there. I mean, I've got all the bowls up there which are much nicer, but it's just ease of use. I love these. So that's the bowl. The brush today, I haven't used this brush in a while, and it's one of my favourite brushes, to be honest, certainly for dome shaves. It's my 28mm Betelgeuse. I usually use this purely for head shaving, but I'm going to use it for head and face today. So that can go in the water. It's cold water shave again today. And then the razor today is the Focus Dynamic, and it has a pivoting head on it. So, and I'm going to actually insert the blade now so you can see, if you haven't got one of these and you're interested in getting one of these are great for head shaves, and they're okay for face shaves. This isn't 7 days growth, so I can use this. I don't think I'd use this with 7 days growth. Oh, there's actually a blade in here. I didn't even know. Let's have a look. So what you do is, underneath you can see there's two slots like that, and you just push the head across and then pull it off. Should be able to pull it off. And you pull it off like that, and there's the blade in there. So that is a perma sharp. I was actually going to, but I'm going to use a Treet. I'm going to take this blade out so I can show you how you should use this. So the blade that I'm using today is Treet Platinum. These are great blades, and the way that Focus recommend you do this is you don't use that perma sharp blade. Is a pre-cut blade, and they actually recommend you don't use those because they prefer you to snap them in half. So there's the pack, and all you do is you fold it in half, and I'll show you how it clicks, and then you just pinch and you'll hear 2 clicks. And the reason that they recommend you do that is, I'll show you now. These blades are double wrapped, but the reason they recommend that you do that, whether you can see this or not, let's just pull it back. You should be able to see there's a slight bend in the, if I bring that up there, you might be able to see, I don't know whether you can see it, but there's a slight bend where you snap it, and that acts like a spring when you put it into the focus. So all you do is you get the head and place it. I don't think it matters which way round that spring goes, but you've got the two notches there, or the 2 studs, and those fit perfectly with the indents on the blade, so it sits in there nicely. And then you take the blade, the razor. Now I have actually got the base, which makes this a lot easier, but you just place this over the top and then slide it in. I don't know whether I showed that properly, but there you go, you just slide it over and so it lines up, and then you've got a perfectly aligned blade in there. So that's the way they recommend it. They don't actually recommend you use this razor with a pre-cut half blade, half DE blade. So that's that. It's a brand new blade in there. I haven't marked this one up, so I don't know how many shaves that Perma Sharp has had, but that was a pre-cut blade. It's probably only had 1 or 2 shaves. So that's the hardware. I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to get ready for the shave and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all ready for the shave, all lathered up. So I'm using an oil, a pre-shave oil, which I recently used, but this fitted the shave that I'm doing today. It's a citrusy shave. So this is Mr. Masseys shaving oil, and it is cedarwood and lime. So there we go, let's get that on there. So that's cedarwood and lime. I'll show you on the back. Should be able to see it there. Get it in focus. Now if I remember correctly, I had to take the restrictor off this, so I'm just going to do that. Come on, there you go, got it. And I'm just going to pour a little bit into the hand. I can't show you because it would just run straight off my hand, but suffice to say I got plenty on there. This has got quite a strong cedarwood scent, but you can get the lime in the background. I'm going to need more for the dome. But yeah, there's definitely a citrusy scent to that, and that's the theme today really. Let's put that restrictor back in. Let's just rub the excess oil off my hands onto my elbows. And the soap, or it's a cream today, it's Taylor of Old Bond Street lemon and lime. And this has got a beautiful scent to it. Comes with like a plastic cover inside. Take that off. And it's basically a soft cream, so it's, you know, you can literally stick your finger in. Just wipe that back off, wipe the rest on my face. It's for a bit extra lather. Yeah, so it's quite soft and it's definitely a cream, but it lathers up a treat in the bowl. It really does. Fantastic. So let's spray a bit of water on first. Beautiful. So if any of you have been watching the weather, or any of you have in the UK, or if ever any of you are in the UK today, it's pretty wet and horrible today. It really is not pleasant at all. I'm just hoping it warms up for when we go down to Cornwall in a couple of weeks' time. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't mind if it rains and is cool and all of that, but I want some nice sun when I get down to Cornwall. But that's the risk you take in this country. You know, if you go abroad, you can pretty much guarantee the weather, but you can't here. And where I'm going in Cornwall, it's you know, there's plenty to do if it's raining. And if you're going in the sea, it doesn't matter, does it? Mind you, I can't really go in the sea. I can dip my toes in, but I can't risk getting hit by a wave because that could hurt my back. So doesn't take away from the holiday for me. I mean, it does a bit. I used to love swimming in the sea. But I can't risk getting hit by a wave. If it's like a mill pond, then yeah, I would go out. You know, if it's flat and calm and no real waves, then yeah. But on the north coast of Cornwall, you get bigger waves. So, I would say the scent strength off this is about a 3 out of 10. It's nice, it's pleasant. It's not as strong as I'd like, but that's just the way it's brought out. The strongest scent that I think Tobs do is probably sandalwood, and that's a good 8 out of 10, and it's beautiful in the winter to use that. As I said, cold shave. Let's start with the dome. This is a great dome shaver. It really is. Oh. That feels great. Nice fresh blade in it. You don't have to worry about the angle too much because it's got a pivoting head, so it will automatically find the angle. Oh, fantastic. Oh, I'm really enjoying this. This is, as I say, I mean this, the leaf, I don't think I've got any other pivoting heads. It's just the leaf and this I think I've got as pivoting heads, but the twig and the thorn are also excellent head shavers, as is the Rex Envoy. That's not the Envoy. It's not a Rex either. It's a Blackland Vector. That's the one I was looking for. So they're all great head shavers. I think SEs are much better for dome shaves than DEs personally. Although the Henson is a great dome shaver as well. So there you are. I mean, there's loads that you could shave your head with anything really, but I just find it easy and carefree with this razor and the leaf twig, not twig, the leaf razor, the pivoting head razor. So, right, that's the first pass on the dome done. Let's go on the face. It feels quite mild. I would say out of 10, I'd say this is probably a 4. At least that's what it feels like. You can apply a little bit of pressure with this because the head just pivots into place. Fantastic. This is not the kind of razor I usually enjoy using on my face. It's taken quite a lot off, to be honest. It's been quite efficient, but it's probably about the same level as a Merca 34C in terms of how much it's taken off. I just prefer blade feel, and I don't get any blade feel with this, so but it is a great razor. Spray some more water on. Oh. Yeah, it was almost cool enough to have a warm water shave today. It's almost like autumn. We've got the wind and rain and yeah, very unpleasant day today. So I'm not doing much at all. And I think we've got pretty similar again tomorrow. I don't think we're going to get as much rain, but I think it's still going to be windy and still going to be cool. But I think we're expecting anything up to 5 centimetres of rain throughout the day today. So that's quite a lot. What's that, about an inch? 2 inches? I don't know. 5 centimetres. I'll look it up. I can I can use centimetres or inches, I don't mind, but and pounds and kilos and stuff, but trying to convert them, what is it, 454 or is it 445 grams to the pound? I think it's 454, but inches and centimetres I haven't actually looked that up. I prefer to use millimetres and litres, but then I prefer to use miles per hour or miles when I'm judging the distance of where I'm going. So yeah, I have sort of a hybrid system of measurement. Okay, cross the grain. Oh, that feels great. But as I say, there's no blade feel with this. Go over the top. It doesn't really like going across like this. Sometimes it sort of flips up and then I'm pulling it across with just the safety bar going across. Certainly at the back of my head when I'm going across the grain, or at least that's what it feels like it's doing. Oh yeah, I'm enjoying this though. Right, so oh, I've missed some lather down under there. Across the grain on this side is straight up. Yeah, I don't know whether you can see that, but it does. Doesn't really like that. I'll see if I can show you now without the lather on, but it can go. See how it's gone pretty much vertical. That's not shaving at all there. And across on this side is as you would expect. Yeah, I'm not sure it works as well on the face. There's a lot left. I'm not sure it works as well on the face, to be honest. But we'll see by the end of the shave. Let's just see. Loads of lather left. Feels great. So how's your week been? Hope it's all gone well and you've achieved everything you set out to achieve at the beginning of the week. What have you got planned this weekend? Food-wise, I'm going pretty simple. I'm doing sort of a roast leg of lamb with fennel seeds on it, and or a bit of fennel seed, bit of fennel powder, and I'm just doing it with new potatoes, carrots, and peas. It's almost a winter's weekend anyway, so I thought I may as well do it, and it's easy. So, right, against the grain. This is interesting. I mean, it is a great head shaver. I'm not sure. I think you need a slicker soap on this, maybe, because it just seems to be gripping. It's doing a good job though, I have to say. But when you hear it clicking like that, that's almost where the head just springs flat and you're just dragging it flat against the skin like that. Not sure. I don't remember experiencing that last time, but it is a little bit annoying. It's probably just technique, I don't know. Just that clicking sound is where it's literally gripping on my dome and going flat. Let's see how it's done. I've gone silent now. Doing my dome, as I've said many times before, just puts me in that Zen moment. Let's feel around. Yeah, there's a few places where it's missed. It's slightly frustrating. Interesting. I remember using this before and it was great. It could be the soap. It just seems to be gripping on the skin. So okay, against the grain on the face is across here on this side. Yeah, you see, I don't know whether you can see it, but see how that's gone like that? I don't know. That's not cutting anymore. And it was doing it all the time on my head. There's a lot left here. This is not a brilliant shave, I have to say. I think I'm going to try a feather in there next time I do this. Could be the blade, it could be the combination. I would say this is DFS at the moment. That's crazy. Spray some more water on. Bit more soap, do the pickup pass, and then we'll do our final. But I don't think this is going to be as good a BBS as I would normally get. And that's strange, because I remember this being a good shave last time I used it. But here we go. Yeah, that flat head is catching, it's sticking to my skin. Yeah, I would, I'm going to stop there because I'm just going to irritate my skin. I think that's probably down to the blade. I think it's down to maybe the soap. I'll use a slicker soap next time. And maybe technique. It's a combination of all three, but that is, there's quite a bit of Velcro left up here. There's some Velcro left here. Quite a lot of Velcro here and underneath the jawline here. It hasn't succeeded on the face. Let's feel the dome. Yeah, no, the dome has done a good job. Few patches maybe. No, the dome's fine. The dome is pretty much BBS, as good as I get it with anything else anyway, so it's just on the face, it hasn't really worked that well. That's a DFS shave to me. It's not even close to a BBS, and I'm not going to go over it with a different razor because, as I say, I'm not going to irritate my face. So, but yeah, I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all cleaned up. Post-shave feels okay. Feels okay. As I say, there's still some Velcro here, quite a bit left up here, and a little bit here, and a little bit here. Now, I don't normally have that result, but so it's a DFS shave today. I don't normally get DFS, but yeah, one of those. You got to put up with them now and again. I'm disappointed, to be honest. Dome, it worked fine. It was a bit frustrating when the head just kept going vertical. It just would go like that and you'd be dragging it along your skin like that. So it'd be sort of doing that and therefore not shaving at all. So I had to go over a few places quite a bit. I think it needs a slicker soap probably, and it probably needs a feather blade in it. Next time I use this, it will be a feather in here, and I think it'll work better along with the slicker soap, and I think that'll work just fine because I don't remember it being as bad as that. On the dome it was okay, but it did go vertical, a couple of perpendicular to my skin a few times, and therefore didn't shave. And I could tell when I was feeling around where I'd missed bits. In fact, I've just found a little bit here that hasn't shaved fully, but it's close enough. But yeah, there we are. I know I saw somebody comment on another channel how much they like the dynamic for dome shaves, and it is a great dome shaving razor. I'm not sure I'd use it on the face again, but I have to give it a fair shot, and I'll give it another go at some point, probably when I get back from holiday. The witch hazel today is Thayers Lemon. Carrying on the citrus theme. Oh, that's actually burning. I've never had Thayers burn before. It's not, it's just tingling, it's not burning. I noticed my skin was tingling a bit when I threw some water on it to clean up. But I'm wondering whether to use... No, I'm just going to go for it. If I start screaming, don't blame me. I'm going with Duru, the Turkish lemon cologne, lemon flower cologne. I know what lemon flowers smell like. I've got them in my back garden. I've got 2 lemon trees in my back garden that I have to bring in through the winter, but oh yeah, that's burning. Bloody hell. Oh, that's a good 7 or 8 out of 10 burn. Oof. That's not nice. And I didn't even get a BBS for that burn. Wow. I'm going to sucker for punishment. I'm going to put a bit more on. Wow. It's fading quite quickly, the burn. And then I'm finishing off with Nivea Skin Energy with caffeine in it. That's the first, what I would call a bad shave that I've had in years. And I really wasn't expecting that. And that balm has just killed any burn that was there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of today's shave. What can I say? Disappointed with that. It was great. The focus dynamic was great on the dome. But I don't think it was the razor's fault. I think it was probably partly my technique, partly the blade not being the right one for that razor, and partly not having a slick enough soap because of the flat head on it. Just seems to, with that little gap in there, it's sort of an indent in the top that almost creates like a suction on the skin. And it just doesn't feel right, and then it just goes up 90 degrees on here and doesn't work properly. But you know, I've not given up on it. I'll give it another go. I'll use one of my slicker soaps, something like Wickham's or Seaside Soaps, skincare, or GFS, anything like that. Maybe not use Tobs next time with that particular razor. If anybody's got a dynamic and they've had the same experience, or they spotted something I was doing wrong, leave it in the comments below. I'd appreciate that. I've not had a bad shave like that for a long time. This is DFS, not BBS. But it'll do. It'll do. With that being said, I'm back again on Wednesday for a straight shave. And I think is that going to be the last straight shave? No. There'll be 2 straight shaves before I go on holiday. I go on holiday the first weekend of December, and I'm away for 2 weeks. So I come back on the 19th of August. So it's the 5th of August to the 19th of August I'm away. So, but there we are. I will see you now next Wednesday. Bye now.